wanna be free with my people to prosper and hold it down. Don't you sit and wait, contemplating on a revolution. The time is now. I just wanna be free. 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 Can't you see? I just wanna be free.
Okay, another episode. Oh my gosh. Of the Things I Wish I Knew About Money podcast. I'm your host, Kamille Smith. And whoo! Apparently, I heard you guys can't hear this in the microphone, so don't worry. Soon come. New microphone, soon come. It's the first of the month. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It is a new month. We're in the second month of the year. So that means happy Black Month. Wait, did I say it right? Happy Black History Month. Golly. Even though I know someone's gonna say Camille I'm black every day and things. I agree. I agree. I will say the same thing. But you know what? I wanted to give a shout out to some black authors that I've read or am about to read. And some are folks that I don't know and folks that I do know. So if you saw my reel last night, by the way, I was actually really exhausted in that video. You would have seen that I said, read a book like this, Get Good with Money. And I really like this book, and I'm actually going to read it again. So during the month of February, I am going to read this book, like, guaranteed. Because obviously it's about personal finance, and that's the stuff I love. But I also wanted to give shout outs to other authors that I know. And don't worry, I'm gonna get you soon because my god sister actually has a book and she never tell me about the book properly and things. So definitely gonna do that. Blah, 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 blah. So big up, oh, shucks, big up Delia, bomb, bomb, bomb. Whoa. Big up. Oh, was it? How Will I Change the World? So this is a kid's book. So cute, and you gotta support your friends that are um authors, business parties, and things. Um, what is this? And then another friend of mine, Fatima, big up herself, Over the Wall. I haven't read it yet, but I am gonna read it and things. So I'm really excited about this book that I'm gonna read. And let me see. I have to big up my god sister because her book is so cute. And big up to the folks that are watching or listening to the replay. I'm almost gonna show you guys a commercial and a next thing. Oh, but I really want to give a shout out. Oh, is his books close to me? And obviously one of my great friends, Jamel. Oh yes, his book's close enough. Bum bum bum. Yes. Oh, so this might be a warning. Sorry, y'all. But yes, big up my Cleveland author friend. Bum bum bum. And then of course I got Michelle Obama. So boom. So as you can see, I have a lot of books to read um this month, but I really want to represent Black authors. So anyone that has any authors, Black authors, and it could be anything, mostly personal finance or a friend that you know that's encouraging greatness, then boom, share that. Put it in the chat, put it in the comments. I would love to hear about those books. OMG. Tada, I am so sorry. I don't remember the book. Oh, yes, 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 I got it. Ready, set, mango. So, what I'm going to do in the show notes, I'm going to put all the authors' books and links just so you can get their book and things. Okay, so big up of those folks. And let's see. Um, with it being Black History Month as well, there's obviously another special holiday that people talk about or celebrate, and that's Valentine's Day. Oh, big up to all the couples, the long time couples, the married couples, the common law couples, long distant couples, and everything. Love is love, and I love that for y'all. And I wanted to have this discussion because obviously, if you guys know, there's a sneak peek with what I have beering up. And let me show you. Let me show you guys. If you don't remember, I do have playing cards coming out. And the first thing I wanted to do was have like having a conversation with like sorry, for couples to have a conversation with money, because I think that is one thing that's been rocking us time to time. Ooh, but I have to go into this. Uno momento. So let me jump in. Box side. Okay. All right, sick. So let me present. Let me show you guys what's in store. So ideally, I want these. Ideally, I want them out next week. We will see. We will see. But here's a sneak peek again for y'all. Um, I really strive to let you guys see the sneak peeks. Oh, where is it? Oh, there it is. So boom. Did I share? Share naman. Ah! It doesn't want to share. Hmm. Hold on. This is actually cheesing me. Okay. No, I'm not asking for a tab. I'm asking for the entire wall to show. Guys, it's good. That's why, because the art. So I'm really excited about this. The wealth connection. You're gonna be able to have conversations with your significant other. I wonder if it's gonna show this. Like pick a financial goal to complete this month. Let's do it together. What's one thing you want to achieve by the end of the year? Things like that, right? I really want couples to have these conversations so it like hinders all the mishaps in relationships and things. So that's one thing. And also for the folks and I'm strictly going for my people that are in Discord. So you guys are the MVPs, right? You are the real MVPs, right? And if you want to join the Discord, please email me here at things I wish I knew about money things I wish I knew about money at gmail.com. But the one thing I'm trying to do is have a challenge each month. So, in order for you guys to learn about the stock market, you have to learn. There's a way to do it physically, like, have to do it like with your hard earned cash, or we can just use a stock market challenge. So I'm doing a stock market challenge. So it starts February 3rd, right? So y'all that are in it, you guys better contact me and things. Let's see. What else is on store? Hold on. Okay, so that's that. I'm doing a challenge and oh, hold on. let me give you guys a little commercial break.
Imagine turning financial chaos into calm. Meet Alex. Alex is a young professional buried in bills and receipts. They're overwhelmed, unsure where to start. But then, light bulb moment. Alex discovers Finance IQ. With just a few clicks, Alex is setting up a personalized budget thanks to Finance IQ's user-friendly tools. It's like having a financial coach right at their fingertips. Fast forward a few weeks, and Alex is breezing through bill payments, watching their savings grow, and even planning for the future. No more stress, no more chaos, just simple steps leading to big results. Alex now shops with confidence, knowing every dollar's accounted for. Finance IQ didn't just help organize Alex's finances, it gave them peace of mind. Ready to take control of your finances? Visit Finance IQ today and start your journey to financial freedom. Finance IQ. Simple steps, big results.
So I I'm still ecstatic about how awesome that video is. So bomb commercials and everything, right? So let's get this party started. So like I said, the the purpose of this episode is just to have a discussion about money talk. And you know what? Sometimes it's about the folks that are in their late 30s, 40s, and 50s, where I think it's actually even more important to have that discussion, right? I know when I think about like someone like when I dated in my 20s, my relationship in my 20s, we did have those conversations, but it wasn't like a hardcore conversation, right? So I want the folks that are about in like early 20s, late 20s, like, oh my God, so much pressure. I agree. But the point of having money talks is to be comfortable with who you're dealing with and seeing if you guys are compatible, right? So I found some articles like I normally do, and I want to share it with y'all. So let's have a discussion. Well, you know, this always happens. I have so many tabs up. And I'm gonna make a poll. The poll's coming. The poll's coming. Just give me a second. I have a great juicy poll for y'all. I have a great one for y'all, but I have to find what I'm looking for. Okay, found it. So that tab. First go this way. And please put some hearts in the chat and everything. And just say like, ooh, the question of the day. I should write it in here, eh? Hold on. The question of the day. That's where I want to put it. Is it here? Yes. Boom. The question of the day. Should couples of course. Should couples share everything financially or keep some money matters private? Question of the day. And that is not going to be the poll question. That's the question I have on my Instagram, but I think it's very important. I want to know. Should couples do that? Should they or should they not? Okay? But I did find the article. Sorry, I was prolonging for y'all. Okay, share. Okay. So here it is. Man, I keep forgetting I had to show the whole screen. Boom. Dating dilemma. When to talk about finances. So, okay. Actually, is that gonna be the question? So question for y'all. Question for y'all. When should you talk about finances. So big up Rennie the resources. I seen an Instagram reel on a live show that she had, and the question was, "Do you talk about it on the first date?" I did. Mm, golly. I feel like first date is a little bit wild, but I and even the shows that I watch like Love is Blind and all that stuff, and they talk about that. It's kind of wild to ask it the first time, right? But I digress. Hey, I'm getting distracted. Sorry. Coffee maker, coffee maker. Let's see. Okay. So first things, when it comes to first date conversations, credit scores, debt levels are on the top of the list. Even committed couples may find it hard to approach financial topics like that. So I'm going to share which conversations would be ideal, right? So let's go over here. For Canadian topics. So yeah, so the most difficult topics for Canadian couples to discuss is trauma, money, sex, debt, and estate planning, and politics. Wow, politics, children, family, and religion. I see, and you know what? Money can be part of that trauma too, right? So I do understand why that is the way it's being spoke, but you definitely shouldn't avoid money talks, right? So I'm gonna put it over here. Dang, sometimes I wish I just put it over here. But sometimes. So let's talk about in here. So I'm gonna stop sharing this. So that's the facts that it's talking about, right? The different types of I know what to do. Boom. The different type of conversations that you have, right? So here's the 4 money moves that you want to do when it comes to that, right? And what's the most difficult topic that you've had to discuss with your significant other? Put it in the chat. That is the question. Oh, that is the poll. Hold on, I really like this poll because um you guys are so honest with me and stuff. Well, you guys are really honest with me when it comes to that. And I think the other week it was team cash, team gift card, and then the other one was you guys are not ready for your damn, I kind of don't remember. I have to go back. I'll have to go back. Golly Bob. So let me add this. Hopefully I don't get um dinged for that question. But here is what the poll's gonna ask. Oh, I want one more. I want one more. Give me one more. Damn, son. I can't put anything else? Okay. Most difficult. Difficult topics for a couple. Alright. Well, we're starting it like that. Boom. Okay. So the 4 money moves to make as a couple. Can you guess what they are, guys? Can you guess? Can you guess? No? Okay. So here's 4 money moves to make as a couple. This is based on what Money Sense talks about. I will discuss throughout the whole conversation. Okay. Discussing finances early and often. I'll say this, and I agree with it says a couple. I don't know how much I agree if we're dating or getting to know someone. So like example, if you're getting to know someone, if you have numerous dates throughout the year and able to weed out people, you should be able to weed them out with just having a conversation and not going putting all your cards on the table, because you'll just know if there's chemistry when you go on that date or outing and stuff. To know like, you know what, this is not for me. However, if you're actually in a relationship, then yes, this does matter, and like having the discussion about finances as early as possible. And this is, I would say, before getting engaged, moving in stuff, just so you have a better understanding, right? And you're not like flustered. Um but yeah, having and I even, you know what? It's so funny. So like what I do with my friends is I send them reels about maybe you guys should have like a weekly discussion about money or your goals. Or if you don't want to have it weekly, monthly or quarterly, just so you guys are staying aligned with things. And this is what I usually send to my female friends. My guy friends, I had one conversation with my guy friend, and I was like, I don't know about that, bro. Because obviously the conversations are a little bit different when you're speaking to your guy friends and homegirls and things, right? So the next one is being upfront about key information like debt load, credit scores, and savings. This is important. This is important. It's better to know it earlier so you're able to um make suggestions or to see how you guys can maneuver through being a couple and people have to deal with debt. Because let's be honest, there's credit card debt, OSAP or student loans, um, there's mortgage, there's other financing a car and stuff, things like that, right? That you'd probably want to discuss. And then having talking about the credit score and savings. I think knowing if someone is a saver or a spender is really important, because kudos to the folks that they're the spender and the other person's a spender. The one person's a saver, one person's a spender. You got to find a middle ground, right? And if you don't, it's gonna cause headaches and things, right? But and then and this is where I come into play. You wanna have that money date, and so you're able to. And let me just do a shameless plug. When the cards come out, when they come out, so oh my god, where is it? Golly. Oh, and see how you blocked me again. When you're thinking about that money date, when you want to have that money date. Oh, what happened? Oh no, something happened. Wait. The fuck? Oh, what do you Ross? Now this won't put in what? That's wild, folks. Hold on. I can't put that in the chat. So it kind of blocked me from showing the photo. That is rude and disrespectful. Let's try this again. One more time. Oh, there it is. Should be able to work now. When you want to do a money date, grab this. It's coming soon. It's coming soon. But you definitely want to have, like a money date so you're able to align with your partner and things, right? I really strive for that. That's the reason for these lovely cards. But yeah, setting a money date so you can get into a money mindset at a set date and time. And it could be calm. I would say having it, don't have it when you just had an argument, because then all hell breaks loose. But setting a day where you're relaxed, you get your favorite meal, you prepared your favorite meal, you have your favorite drink, whether it's water, smoothie, or wine, and you just have a conversation, a money date, right? And then also, ooh, some people might get upset with me. Considering combining your finances through a joint account or other tactics. Listen, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. I still think that person A, person B, and then there's a joint account. I believe that that is ideal in a perfect world, right? Because there's going to be expenses that you want to pay by yourself, and there or expenses, savings, investments that you're going to want to do by yourself, and vice versa with your partner, right? However, there is some joint expenses, savings, and investments that you want to consider. So why not have a joint account? Um, I know someone's gonna be like, "No, Camille, no, I'm gonna keep mine. They'll keep theirs," and simple as that. That's cool. That's cool. But like, if you have like goals, like couple goals, you definitely want to have like a joint account to be able to pay for that. And you know what? That's something I remember my parents doing. Like, my mom had her own account, my dad had his own account, and they had a joint account that would pay like the mortgage, um, the bills. I want to say it goes towards grocery as well. I want to say. So that's something that you want to consider. Like, or having different accounts, like the same concept that I say, like a individual person, you want to have your savings, investment, your bills, your treat yourself type of account. You can have that as a joint account with each other. I don't see the wrong in that. um so yeah, those are the four things that we could think about. There is another article that I saw that I think that you guys would appreciate too. Oh, I can't do that one. I feel like, that's another question. How many of you guys, ladies and gentlemen, have a joint account with your loved one? Whether it's you've been married for 20 odd years, whether you've been married newlyweds or engaged or common law. How long have you had or do you have a joint account? Do you have a joint account? Hmm? Ooh, here's one. Here's the other one that I had in mind. Boom, bam, bam. We're just gonna use this computer. So we got to utilize what we have, right? So this one is how, how, how to talk. Because I think that is very important. How I I need, and this goes for men and women. We have to have healthy conversations where it's not aggressive in this, right? That's why I said set the tone when you want to have a money date. Is you're not having an argument, you're not like attacking each other. You want to have a healthy conversation about money, right? So I really want, please, please. But these are some questions And yet, if you didn't ask these questions before, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I would say when the relationship is getting really really serious, I'm okay with having these conversations. That's just me. If that's how you, it's okay. But if something stuff happens, golly, right? So the first question would be, and this question is gonna be a question where you want to just get to know the person a little bit better. Even though I feel like you would absolutely hear these questions already in the conversations you have, if you don't get these conversations or listen properly to your partners, folks. How do you think your upbringing, culture, and gender influence how each of you approach money? Sorry if I stumble. So example, why are you a spender? Why are you a saver? Um, is your chest high? Do you like the finer things in life? Or why do you like the finer things in life and things? Or why do you um try to save every single penny but don't want to make a risk with investing? Things like that, right? You want to ask these questions, but you will. I find like the conversation that Rennie had on her reel. Someone said like, "Nah, I'm gonna interview them." You don't have to have an interview if you're having these conversations, and you'll actually know like how things are going, right? So you get to know how someone is with their family and stuff, and see how their upbringing is and how they react with money, right? So this is one thing. This is another question. This is another question that's really good. Where does your money come from? So that's a good question. Do you have a 9 to 5? Are you an entrepreneur or a business owner? Are you an investor or a trader? Are you a crypto investor or trader? Like, how's your money coming in? Do you bring in similar? Do do we have the same salary? I haven't asked that question yet. But at the same time, stages of relationships matter, right? You won't know this until you're common. Some won't know this until you become when you guys do that taxes together. Then you go find out for real, for real. Because sometimes people, um, what's the word? Omit certain questions or omit certain numbers or downplay on it, right? I'll say downplay, sorry. I said downplay. So you want to be mindful about that. But you also know based on like the dates that you have and things, you'll get a better understanding of like, how much do you make? I wouldn't say it like that, but I think asking like where does your money come from is a legit question too. And this is also for the folks like if you're on disability. Do you get money from ODSP or do you get money from any social assistance? Where do you get your money from, right? That's something that you can ask. Um, and like this is a serious question too. What would happen if one of you no longer wants or longer can work? Are you willing to bring in the money, or how are we going to strategize that? I think having that discussion is key too, and that's a discussion with like when I think about it, not life insurance but disability insurance, or it's not the right one, critical care insurance. I can't think of the word right now. I can't think of it. Ah, yes, indeed, indeed. Hello, sir. It can be a difficult topic. That's why I have a pool. Okay, I think you. Welcome, welcome. Money can be a difficult topic, but when we have these healthy conversations, you'll be Thank you. I'm glad you're the one that came in at the time. Critical illness. So yeah, you definitely want to say like, hey, maybe, and this is, you know what? This brings back this question to think about your upbringing. So things like asking them like, oh, is there certain things that run in your family? And if certain things run in your family, are you prone to get it? Then that means we should think ahead of time and get critical illness, right? So that in that ways, you'll be able to, if anything is to happen with your significant other, you guys are able to plan that accordingly. And it's gonna be difficult to have these conversations, and this is something that I think about when I hear questions like this, like how am I able to prevent this from happening, right? And then another question is, let's see if you're a spender or a saver. Where does your money go? I know this one. This one is a tricky one. So okay, so hear me out. Hear me out. Earlier I said it's trickier for early 20s to talk about this because if you still live with your parents or you live with roommates, you're gonna be like, why are they asking me these type of questions? Where does my money go? It goes in my pockets, huh? Right? But you want to have these healthy discussions like, okay, so like what expenses do you have? Is there debt that you're trying to pay off? Do you have your OSAP still or student loans for the folks? Do you invest? Are you a gambler? These are important questions that you want to know, right? That's what I mentioned before. Yep, yep, yep. Two personal accounts and a joint. That one, that's ideal, right? Um, mm, and hey. So the folks that have debt, I understand. I understand. I know how you feel. But ooh, question. Okay, I'm gonna ask you, sir. Mm, at what amount of debt would that be a deal breaker? That's my question for you. At what amount of debt would that be a deal breaker? And please put in the chat. Put in the chat. I would love to hear your opinion because honestly, if someone owes, okay, if it's student loan and it's a lot of money, I will. Love rules all, sir. Oh man, I wish you could come on. If you have time, let me know if you can jump into this chat. Yes, if you are in love, you can, okay. So you're saying, okay, 100,000. You can work it out? 100,000? Jeez. Let love rule. Love does not pay the bills, sir. Kidding. But let's where do I go? Wait. What are you saying yes to? I just gotta confirm. What are you saying yes to? Just making sure. So where does your money go? Even if budget is general, it's important to know dollars are being spent. I think two two different types of budgets is ideal. You have your personal budget and then you have your family budget. I think it's really important, right? Really important about that. Mm, let's see the next question. So the next question. I talked about that. I'm not doing that one. Talk about the joint or separate accounts. You know what? I'll ask that question again. I'll put that question again because I want folks to, have a understanding of which ones you want to ask. Like, if you haven't asked these questions, here's some questions that you could ask. Do you want to have a joint or separate banking accounts or a combination? Ah, look at that. Bum. Big up. 100. Okay, 200,000. I'm just trying to see if there's a and if she's cooperative, I can work with her. That's fair. That's fair. I was just trying to see which which dollar amount are you like, yeah, bit of a lot. I can deal with that. Like it's a couple thousand. That's cool. I can deal with that. I can deal with that. Ooh, what is this? If she is the one. Well, I'm pretty sure if you ask the right question, she will be the one, right? You know, you're older now. You get to know the questions and things. We can work it out. So 300,000, and this is not included. So this is debt, not mortgage, eh? That's what I'm talking about. Like credit card, like they were making it rain and everything, and you're like golly. Oof. Let's see if that could have been arranged. Sorry, I got distracted for 2 seconds. But yeah, I think, and I want to oppose this one, not oppose, but suggest this one is having investments. So I seen, and this is like a tax planning strategy, like with investments, like the person that has the less income, you could be able to give them a loan so they can invest, and then you'll be able to get tax deductible or tax credits on that, right? That's something I witnessed, and I was like, damn. And it is about the team. I agree. I agree. I'm just being facetious. But okay, what about 500,000? That's all I want to know. If I'm really into that girl, I really love her. It's just money at the end of the day. Okay, okay. I hear you. I hear it. But but then that hinders a lot of things that you can do in your relationship, right? Ooh, here's a good question. Here is a good question. And I think this is the question that is ideal when it comes to the money dates or like meeting up weekly to talk about this, right? Who actually sits down and pays the bill? Do you do this together, or has one of you volunteered for this task? And if you need to reevaluate, and I will tell you guys this, I think both parties should know what bills are going that are happening. So they're able to understand. So if, knock on wood, one of them passed, they're able to keep going, right? I've witnessed this, and it's hard, right? It's hard. I think having an understanding about that is really crucial because it's really crucial that both parties, especially the bills that are being paid, you want to know which bills are being paid. I think what I heard a story how husband passed away and there was a privacy act on it, and they couldn't even see how much they couldn't see the amount to pay the bill because there was a privacy thing. And I was like, that is frigging wild. So I think it's really important for both, even if one person chooses to pay the bills, whether it's in a separate account or the joint account, you both should know which bills are being allocated, right, to the family, ideally. Hold on, you can clear that up if you have a plan. You can clear that up. I don't think that should be the deal breaker because people do get in situations. Everybody has a story. That is true. That is true. Love it. Keep it coming, guys. Keep it coming. 300,000. That's fine. We have to have a serious talk and figure out where this came from, but it's not a deal breaker. Okay. I just feel nowadays everyone's quick to go to the next option because it's so easier, but after a while you're going to realize that you've just been past true. And then yes, you could do that, but you have to charge that. Yeah. Yes. There's that's why I talked about the tax deductible and the tax credit. There was a time when it was, I think there was a time when it was 0%, right? That actually, when I learned about that criteria, it really interested me. We got a winner, guys. Maybe 500,000 is a cut. And this is debt. I'm not talking about mortgage and things, cause or student loan. I mean, it would make sense for the people in the States. Um, but yeah, I'd be like, and imagine if it's like in your early 20s. I'm like, what were you doing? Golly, do you have the mafia coming after you or something? I agree. But if this is the one you want to be with, you're not going to be happy with anyone else. That Oh, look at you, dude. Yo, make sure you grab the playing cards when they come out so you can ask these questions to the one and things, right? But yeah, this question is ideal. And if you notice that you're the strong suit with paying the bills, just have a discussion. Have a healthy discussion. Don't say like, "Yo, the way that you pay bills is whack. Make me take care of it." I want I'm striving for folks to have healthy conversations and just be like, "Hey, um do you want me to take this task on?" And then you're able to take another task because I just want to make sure that these bills are going to be paid, right? Simple as that. Let's see the next question. Why do I keep clicking that one? Ooh, okay. And then this is the question that we've been talking about throughout. How much do you two have? Oh, in debt, and what are your assets? Um, do you ask this question early in the game, or do you ask this question the potential of getting married is the thing? So, or engaged or common law. I'll say common law because I know a lot of folks, they don't believe in marriage like that. They rather be in common law. That's cool. Just make sure you have a healthy relationship at the end of the day. Um, if I had $500,000 in debt, I'm not even going to be in a relationship. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm I'm really that person, like I don't want to hinder someone's pockets or hinder their happiness with me being stressed about money. So like it's okay to ask about the debt, but I would be like, if I know I have $500,000 in debt, I'll be like, yo, I need to get my shit together and before I can get into any relationship. And this is debt, not mortgage. This is not like having a gambling problem or anything. Mm, it's debatable if it's taxes and things, right? But I wouldn't want to stress anyone. And even though, they could help me find a way to like, push through and pay off the stuff, but that'd be selfish of me to. And this is me thinking if it's 500,000, 200,000, I'd be stressed. I don't have no time to think about you. I gotta figure out how to pay off this debt. And this is me being funny and stuff. If this is happening to you, and you're able to get in a relationship and you guys are able to work it out, kudos to you. And also finding a plan how to get rid of it, right? And assets could be property, rental property, investments, timeshares, bonds, things like that, right? If you want to let them know the assets you have, cool, but this has to be like in a relationship where it's leading to like long term, like, yo, we're locked in. Boom, don't even worry about it. These are my assets, these are my debts and things, right? I think it's really important to have those like locked in, and you're not having a person that is trying to see how they can take advantage of the assets that you have before they get into the in the relationship. And yeah, I'm not talking about the gold diggers, because men and women can be gold diggers, right? But you want to make sure that person is actually truly there for you and not your assets, and won't run away when your debt goes out of control, right? And also, let's see. And this is part of the conversation. Oh, okay, I can take out that. I think once you get to this question, I feel like you know that you're locking into someone, right? And this is, do you have any financial goals for your future? If you do, reevaluate the progress you're making towards your goals. And like I said in the wealth connection playing cards, this is a question that would be happening. Not only like what is financial goals that you have for yourself, what financial goals do you have for us, and things like that, right? I think this is when you know that you're actually, let's see, hold on, I think I lost. Hold on. Oh, okay. If that person has debt, I would automatically make them do a life insurance policy for them. Which one? Which one? Are you talking about the whole life? And I'm pretty sure you're talking about the whole life one, because yeah, especially if you guys get married. Especially if you get married, it would be ideal for this, because their debt is your debt, and if they pass before you, golly. But yes, before moving in, I would want to know it all. Okay, that's ideal. That's ideal. I think that is fair. That then, like again, I said, like this question, that means you're really locking in. Actually, these two questions, you're really locking in, and the relationship's really soaring and things, right? And also, guys, don't, ladies and gentlemen, don't only think about your financial goals. Think about what financial goals can you to have together. Um, you guys, it's a team thing. It's a team thing. This might be. This question is very interesting. And this is when you have to get really vulnerable. So it's not only being vulnerable with yourself, but it's also being heavy, vulnerable with talking about this. I know sometimes when it comes to like me, there was a time when trying to think of the story. This is not a relationship one, but this is like family and stuff. I think, because this happens many times. I was expecting a payment, money coming in. I was expecting money coming in, and I thought it was gonna come in the day I usually pay for my part of the house. And I was like, all right, it's coming in. I don't care. Like, not that I don't care. Like, it's coming in. I don't have to say anything just yet. The money didn't come in. I'm late. I'm frantic now. I am like, I don't even know what to do. Like, shucks. Like, should I find another way to get this money? Should I tell them? I don't want to tell them. It's going to be my first time, like, not being reliable. No, I'm not saying nothing. I'm just going to wait out and for the money to come. Yo, the money didn't come for like a good 2 weeks. So then now it was starting to get frustrated, like, yo, why haven't you da 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 da? And I'm like, you got me. You got me. This is the situation that's happening. Um, I thought I was gonna get a payment. It didn't come through. My bad. I know I should have said something. It's just and this is the ego and pride, and this is what you have to be aware about vulnerability. You know, this happened and I got so frustrated and down that I just shut down. And this is just a toxic trait that I need to fix as well. But you should be able to have this discussion and be vulnerable, like talk about what happens when you're in vulnerable times, what happens when you lose a job, or you're you get dinged with, like, oh gosh, don't even talk about the time when I got so the time when my license got suspended because I forgot to pay a bill. I didn't forget to pay it on purpose. Out of sight, out of mind is the time when I wanted to pay it, I wasn't able to pay it based on the website. One pussy will piss me off, and I get mad every time I think about it. And I remember I got suspended. I was pissed. And I was just talking about it to someone. Like, I was like, yo, they're so dumb. It's this much. They're charging me this much. This is the reason. And they sent me the money. And I was like, "Hmm?" I was like, oh shit. And I was like, no, no, no. Why did you send me the money? Like, you didn't have to send it. Like, no, because, it's like something that hinders you, and it stops you from doing something. Here's the money. I was like, no one's ever done this. Not used to this. So I wasn't accustomed to it, right? But I was able to be vulnerable, and it wasn't like a you should be more acceptable to have these conversations to the person that you're dating and things, right? Um Dating in a serious relationship, marriage, engagement, all that and stuff, right? You should be able to have these conversations and just be like, listen, this is my toxic trait when it comes to money, or this is my unhealthy relationship with money. I'm planning to fix it, but this is what I'm dealing with. Are you cool with rocking with me? Uh, Type of things like that, and then see if you guys can plan it together. Two heads are better than one, right? Maybe you're the spender and they're the saver. They can teach you how to save more efficient. Maybe you're the investor and they're the saver, and you're like, woo, rule 72. That 3% ain't gonna get shit done. Let's get into healthy, conservative investments so you can see the value of this and things like that, right? Um, the next question. Do you know your credit record? And if either of you have a poor credit score, it may prevent you from qualifying for a loan. And this is, Damien, this is why I asked the question, like, yo, if the debt is 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, half a milli, it may affect the credit score with trying to do other things in the future, right? So if you're like, oh, we're gonna rock in, you're moving in with me, it will help save costs, you're gonna be able to put money into this and that, and then we're able to buy a rental property, and then we can do this. However, if the person's credit score is shit, it might be a little bit more difficult. But that's something with, like, be able to have that conversation and see, like, how things can work out, or have a 5-year plan. Let's have that 5-year plan, babes, boo, and things, right? So things like that. And I think we talked about this earlier. I think this is important. Is there a plan to protect your financial security? Reviewing your health, life insurance, um, wills, investments, putting double checking your beneficiaries, right? Or your, what's the other one? I Successor. Making sure those things are up to date when you get into like a serious relationship. once you put that person on your life insurance or they're your beneficiary, now you really know you're locking in and you're like, yo, it's you and me. Boom bam bam, right? So really take and double check your wills, folks. Double check your investments. And double check your life insurance. There are stories about that, and you don't want to be part of that stories, right? I think this is really important to have that discussion. Man, is that one of the part? Don't worry, there's gonna be a part two of the playing cards, but I just wanted to have like something out first to have a conversation. And let's see, and then this one, this might be the last article because these are really great questions, right? I think they're great questions. Hope you guys think it's great questions as well. Do you know where your important documents are? So you know how there's someone that's a spender, there's a saver. There's also a person that's more organized or less organized. Um, but having those things intact, and this is a personal experience that I've acknowledged. Like my mom knew where everything was and stuff. Yes, my dad knew where it was, but golly, people have, they don't remember things, right? So it's always good to have these questions, like, or always good to have a safe. Like we have a safe. I don't put any of my things in there, but I know where the most important things are. Ideally, the most important thing that I have is my passport that I haven't used in years. That I can't wait to use. But yeah, these are and or tax information or bank account. I think having that person as your rep your client type of thing is ideal as well. Just so that's how you know you guys are like really committed to each other. So when you guys do your taxes together, if one person can't meet the go into the meeting with the tax specialist, the accountant or stuff, you can go onto their CRA account and then boom, 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 this is it. Um, Investment information, that's important. Being able to know that like what the financial advisor, financial planner knows how to work with you and things, or when you put investments in together, you know how to split it, whether it's 50-50, 60-40 is, and so on and so forth. And I know someone's gonna be like 50-50. Of course it's gonna be 50-50. It doesn't always have to be, because if someone's allocating more to it, you can switch it up. I think it's only fair. But let's see. That's that article and that one. I think there is one more, but I'm being mindful about the time. Um, is that it? Even CPA had one about love and money. That was dope. And Investopedia. Ooh, I think I want to do the Investopedia one. Actually, no. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have two segments about love and money. I think it's it's only because of the right time of the month, the year. Um, but this was going to like having a healthy discussion about it, and next week's might be either financial red flags or financial um what is the word? Compatibility. I haven't decided yet where I want to angle it, but I definitely want couples, whether you're just getting into a serious relationship, whether you're moving in, getting engaged, getting married, been married for years, been married for decades, you definitely want to have these healthy conversations because you don't want to have secrets in your relationship, right? Um, let's try, well, let's try not to have secrets in our relationships, right? Um, oh, actually, shucks. No, there is one more. Sorry, because this is something I wanted to talk about. Ooh, where is it? Okay, the question is whether Damn, I really want to find the question. Okay. Nope. I know where the question is. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. Damn it. Give me 2 seconds. And I this should have been the question of the night, but hold on. Jeez Louise. No, that's not the question. No. And I want everyone in the chat to tell me what they think about the question. Plug. I don't think I'm gonna put it there. Let's put it here so I can ask it. Okay. All right. So here's the question. Here's the question. Are you ready for the question? Um. Toxic traits. Toxic traits. Okay. If your partner decides to make a financial decision without consulting you, how would you handle it? I'm gonna tell a story. I'm gonna tell a story. It's not my story, but I'm gonna say one story. I know. Actually, no. I will make the story align with what I heard. So say you were lending money to a family member. Boom. Lending money to a family member. Do you tell your significant other? Yes or no? Um, I said if the cash flow's okay and it doesn't affect you, just having that conversation with your partner is ideal, but you're not asking for permission from your significant other, but you're letting them know what's happening, especially if you're married, have a family and things. I think it's healthy to say, like, hey, here's the situation. I lent someone a significant amount of money. It's not going to affect us at all, but I just want to let you know what's happening. I lent the money. The money should be coming back in a couple months, but it's not gonna affect us. Because and I say it like that, because what if something does happen and you're remembering that loan and now your partner's like, yo, but I thought we had this much money, and you'd be like, I lent the money out. And you didn't tell them? Can you imagine how much of a war thing that's going to be? So, and you know what? I don't like the word consulting because that word's cringy, but that's the word. That's the question I found. I think having a discussion. Let me change it because it actually is cringy to me saying consulting. I think uh without having. Mm, okay. Thank you. Discussing it. Okay, boom. Thank you, Grammarly. If your partner makes a financial decision without discussing it with you, how would you handle it? I think that's more ideal because consulting sounds cringy. So I guess they're a financial planner, advisor, and things. How would you handle it? How would you handle it? Right? I'm about to wrap things up, but here's the poll. Thank you for whoever went with the poll. But yeah, if your partner makes a financial decision without discussing it with you, how will you handle it? I'd love to hear. So put in the chat, put in the comments. This is important, right? Then you be able to know how to maneuver things ideally, right? That was the only question I had. It was another article, but I can't find it. But this is along the sides. Like whether you're lending money to your family or friends, do you have that discussion with your partner? And I think now, ooh, oh, I'm not gonna find it, but this was a reel that I seen. It was so the guy bought bought Christmas gifts for his ex's children. So it wasn't his children ideally, but his bonus children, I will say. Um, he took money out of their joint account, I believe. It's either joint account or her account. I'll say joint because if it's her account, eek, golly. So he bought gifts from their joint account and didn't discuss it with her. Ooh, golly, it blew up. I understand why it blew up. Like again, I think it's ideal to have these conversations like, hey, I'm thinking of buying gifts for my ex's children. They still consider them my kids. Um, their dad is not there, and I don't want them to have a Christmas without feeling loved. And I still love them. This is what I'm gonna do. I think having that discussion would be ideal. I think if they had that discussion before, it wouldn't have blew up on social media. So, I mean, that's the question of the day. How would you handle it? Well, there's two questions, but this is another question. Do you keep do you have full transparency with your finances to your loved one, or do you keep it a secret? And also, what do you do? What do you do? But yeah, um, I'm excited. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. Again, the cards are coming out. This is the year of execution, right? So I'm really excited. And stay tuned to more stuff. And it's Black History Month. Which books are you reading? All right. Until next time, folks. Much love. Poop, poop.
I just wanna be free with my people to prosper and hold it down. Don't you sit and wait, contemplating on a revolution.